So I've recorded most of these. I recorded one, well, it's gonna go on every video but this one and a couple specific others, but this is a Zoom call that we had on October 29th, 2024, and it was forming the partnership between Piney Woods School and Big Picture World to build a studio before we launched. On this Zoom call is Piney Woods President and CEO Will Crossley, Sean Lee of Make NRG and Art Networks, also a filmmaker with a Korea background, Melanie Feliciano for Rasta Phil Entertainment and Brilliant and Resilient Entertainment, producing partner of Rasta Phil, lifelong friend of Mark Wahlberg, Dion Provid of DPro TV and ConnectToYourCity.com, who oversees our OTT platform, Jacob Kessler of Rasta Phil Entertainment, excuse me, with a marketing background. His father was a legend in marketing, Mad Men style. Also, Reverend Samuel Harris, who was on representing the Jackson Strong Alliance, along with Don Bennett and Henry Vaccaro, and with the estate involved, Jackson 5 unreleased masters, and the streaming rights to the Jackson 5 variety series produced by CBS. All IP that I had to bring forward in a Paramount bid, $13.6 billion. Archer Stevenson, who along with chief architect, he's a chief architect along with Marlo LaFontaine. They're the ones that led us to land in La Paz, Mexico. Sports agent and former pro basketball player Dean Hadley, also a Piney Woods School alumnus who introduced me to Will Crossley. Andrew Cutrow of 3.0 Labs, partner of Markel Martin, managers of Francis Ngannou, both Andrew and Markel ex-CIA agents. Joey Stanton of Vibe Tribe Entertainment, my manager, who walked with me every day in this. None of you can deny it happened. Talk to Joey every freaking day. He's also an ex-CAA and ICM talent agent. And then Joshua Mastrachana, legacy documentary filmmaker and humanitarian. And then there's Danny Hamilton, business partner of Young Dirty Bastard Barson Jones. Danny also a writer and producer. Been working with them for a few years now. Specifically, we broke bread over partnering on pursuing They Live Together. That's this Zoom. There's a lot more after this one. I said we would find justice, and now you get to meet everybody of Big Picture World Group, which form Project Rise partners through a creative circle of relationships. We're off to Never Never Land. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Weichbrot. I'm a mom of 2 in Fairfax County. This is my oldest, and my husband and I have a difficult decision to make this fall as he is approaching preschool age, and we are faced with the decision of whether or not we are going to put our child in public school system where Fairfax County has decided to move forward with instituting gender studies in elementary school. Despite having done a study group, a focus group in the community to see if parents even wanted this. And when parents said no, the board voted 16-0 and said we're moving forward anyways. This shows clearly that they see parents not as partners, but as an obstacle for their agenda. And I have a really hard time looking at him and going, here, I'm just going to give you over to people who do not want to partner with me in how you're going to be raised. School and education is a huge part of a child's life. And early childhood is supposed to be filled with exploration and creativity and fun, not debating issues that are for adults to handle. These kinds of topics should be introduced sensitively and by parents who are raising their children with their values, not with an ideology passed down from the top.
Hey, Will, how's it going?
Hey, doing good, Archer. Blessings, bro.
Blessings
Thanks
to
for
you.
being punctual.
Always, my friend.
I love it.
Hello,
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Will the man.
Hello. I'll be on video momentarily.
Okay, Rastafel is joining, and Will, just so you know, we have Jacob Kessler. That's Rastafel Entertainment, one of his founding partners, so that he could
Amazing. It's nice to meet you, Jacob, sir.
Pleasure to meet you. Good evening.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Good to see you, Sam. I
Hey,
think we're
buddy.
still waiting on some more. Oh, good. Sean Lee is on.
Hey, what's up, Will?
Hello, Sean. It's amazing to see you, sir. Especially so before while we're waiting, Archer Stevenson, who's on, Sean, is our head chief architect along with his partner Marlo in big picture world, what we're doing at Piney Woods, and then also what we're doing down south in La Paz, Mexico. What we're doing in Mexico creates a endless revenue stream forever from our hotel, film studio, and casino project that Piney Woods will participate in the ownership for. And incorporating what you've done, sir, with ARA and also making RG, which I want to wait until Mr. Crossley's on. But I want to offline a conversation with you and Archer, if possible, after this Zoom call. John, if that's cool. Thank you,
Works for
brother.
me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, everybody.
There's Dean.
Hey,
So
guys.
Dean Hadley is the reason how Will Crossley and I met. Dean went to Piney Woods School. Dean has been a professional basketball player, creative, entertainer, and now he is an incredible agent who doesn't really flow like normal agents, hence why he connected Will and I together. We had a dream back in April when we first sat down with Mr. Crossley, and today is the actual culmination of that. So, Hadley, where you at, man, in the world?
Taipei, Taiwan, everybody. Good morning.
I love it. Good morning, sir. Thank you. Just waiting for the rest of the crew.
Hey, Will, you got Andrew Kutcher on.
Hey, what's up, Cutro? Oh, Dean. Hey, man, full circle. So, Dean, you know Andrew is Markel's partner.
Okay. What's up, Andrew?
I'm doing well. How you doing? We grabbed coffee in Brentwood, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
everyone.
Hello. Let's see. I'm gonna text. Hey, Dean, can you text Will?
Yeah.
And just because I'm on my phone, not a normal Zoom link.
No problem.
I want to see where Joey is. Hang on.
I'm here, Will. I'm here.
Oh, word. Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. So all we really need is Will, and we can get rocking. Whew. And then Dean, Joey is going to be drafting the MOU for this to send over to Will. So you, he, and I can partake in that tonight if possible, so we can have this ready for tomorrow, so we can announce what this whole entire group of amazing human beings have built for a very long time
Works. That works.
on Halloween Day.
Yeah, I'm off camera, Will. I'm watching the Yankees Dodgers game in the background. So
I
I'm
love
surprised more
that.
people are.
Hey, Freddie Freeman, man. Freddie fucking Freeman.
I
Let's
might.
go.
But the Yanks are coming back now. We got first and third with one out. Chisholm just hit a nice little single that
Nah,
brought Judge
see,
over to third.
it's
It's
not,
zero
it's
to
not
three in the series, though. I'm going for some integrity here.
sweet,
I'm going for one.
sweet.
I'm from New York originally, guys. Even though I lived in LA for 13 years, I'm a Yankees I'm a Yankees fan, so I might be
That's
in the
okay.
minority here on that
I'm
one.
gonna I'm gonna withhold my judgment just for this, Joey.
We
By the
forgive
way,
you,
guys,
bro.
you guys are beating the shit out of us already. So like, I need a little bit of dignity here. I need a win.
Need one game.
Well, listen, I'm from New York and I'm here in New York still, so don't worry,
Oh,
I'm here with you.
there we go. I got company. All right. We got a
You're
cheering
not
section
alone.
here. All right. Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, man, this has been the most depressing thing to watch. I watched every game. I'm like a huge Yankees fan. I watched every game, like almost. I probably watched 90% of their games this year, and to see
So,
them perform like this in the World Series is just killing me.
Could be worse. It could already be a sweep, and that's going to happen later tonight. But it could have already
Oh,
happened, and then you would be
That's what I like
merciful.
to hear, Will. That's what I like
well,
to hear.
all
You
right.
remember I said sequence of dates in my life, right, that are meaningful are always connected to something. It's not lost on me. We're doing this Piney Woods MOU. The Dodgers are going to win the World Series. Last
Uh,
time Dodgers won the World Series, Cutthroat City came out. I'm
all
telling you,
right.
Joey.
All right. Well, I will say,
LA time,
the,
bro.
Don't
but
fight
by the
fate
way,
and don't fight fate. Let's go.
Exactly.
all right.
Exactly.
All right. All right.
I
All right.
love it.
It's LA time, but I will say, Will, I do enjoy my Florida state taxes, even though I'm in New York right now, right? But
Me too.
I live in Florida normally, so LA took a lot of my money for many years, guys, as I'm sure it does everybody. So
If it brings a World Series and it gave me UCLA, I will pay as many taxes as I need.
it's all good, dude. I remember when I would get my paycheck, I would look and I'd be like, do I get any of it?
I love it. I love it
Uh,
so much.
are we still waiting on Will? Is that we're waiting on
Yeah.
Crossley?
yeah.
Yeah. I emailed his assistant, just waiting to
That's
hear
just
back. Doop, doop. Cool. Jacob, we're a fun bunch, if you can't tell. We always keep it light. So pleasure.
I can feel that.
Woo
Yep,
woo.
I can feel that.
Love it. Sam, how you doing, sir?
Oh, great. Full day.
Awesome. And then you, Joey, and I will also get together to get something paper that ties to all of this, so you can send it to Don, if that's okay.
We'll be on in 2 minutes.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, Dean. Letting someone in. I think this is Rasta. I know
Cool.
415.
Yeah, I think that is a
Cool. Oh,
Hello.
Sam. Um,
Oh,
I've
Phil, you made it.
Hey, Rasta.
What's up, buddy?
Hello, man. Back in LA. Got a great start on some stuff out there for Vegas with power. So thank you for all that.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
I'll see you more.
I love it. We're just waiting on Will Crossley to get on, and then I'll talk about what the 2 launch titles are as well that we're going to shoot in Mississippi. That will be announced in person at Piney Woods.
Woohoo!
Here's Will.
Speaking of sports, I'm over here just watching this Jaden Daniels Hail Mary on repeat for the last few days.
Wow.
Dude.
Love it.
That's yeah. Beast mode. He's gonna kill the Giants. They're not really my Giants. I disowned them a few
There
seasons
it
ago.
is.
This weekend. You guys got a layup this weekend, Archer.
We're
I've been
talking
waiting.
sports.
I've been waiting 2 decades for this under the leadership of Dan Snyder.
Oh yeah.
Real good.
So now that everybody's here, we can get the party started. Will, sir, hello. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I apologize for my tardiness. I was actually on another call that I lost track of the time to hang that one up and get on this one, but glad to be here.
That is okay. And we'll just dive right in. So these are we missed a couple people due to travel schedule stuff, but this is primarily going to be the big picture world at Piney Woods leadership group moving forward, along with Larry Franco, who you met, and David Walmark, and potentially Stacy Snyder long term, who is Robert Russler's sister-in-law. Joey, who's our head of talent, has a law background similar to yourself. So he is on for the purpose of us having a conversation with the various pieces of IP that we want to connect to the launch of this. The film that I want to put out first that we will shoot in Mississippi, and I'll get to the structure of how it's looking, but we're going to make Relentless, directed by one of the greatest Broadway directors of all time, Kenny Leon. It is produced alongside of us, a couple of our big picture members, in addition to Russell Wilson, Dwayne Wade, and Ciara. We will film that in Mississippi. We will shoot as much of it as we can on what we proceed forward to do together at Piney Woods. And the television IP that we will shoot in Mississippi as an anthology series. Both of these will live on the Clevix platform that Piney Woods also has ownership in. Will be Pulp Fiction, the anthology television series that we are prepared to announce in person at Piney Woods. The structure of what I've been talking about with Dean and our other partners is Archer Stevenson, who's on here as our head architect, along with his partner Marlo, for what we're going to do all around the world for Big Picture World. But starting in La Paz, Mexico, which I sent to you, we embarked beginning of this year on a health and wellness high-end hotel project that evolved into building Big Picture World studios in La Paz on marina front property that we have acquired, in addition to a casino in Mexico, which will be themed around the film industry, but most importantly have seafront views. So it'll be a world-class destination. And that casino, Piney Woods, and this is what we have to talk about, will have ownership in the entire portfolio of Big Picture World moving forward to create a never-ending revenue stream in a similar manner that you guys had before everything happened with the previous company that you were brought in to help clean up what all of that was. Every piece of content that we produce through our studio, you have a right of first refusal to have it be Big Picture World Studios and Piney Woods Schools. I know there'll be some things that correlate that might be an area that you want to consider or not consider, but I'm letting you know, and this is the basis of what you, Dean, Joey, and I will craft after this call, basically the foundational groundwork that creates a revenue stream in the manner that we talked about the first day that, we sat down and Dean was zooming in like he is now from Taipei. I'm saying all this to kind of kick it off. In addition to the ownership equity that Big Picture will have in specific companies that we are coming in, some of those members are on this call, such as Markel and Andrew, the capital that we have behind us through various sources, specifically what I was promised and moved forward in, that basically put forward the deal to try to buy Paramount Studios, with my whole vision being building that at Piney Woods. That's what Malka Equities agreed back in August to back. That has evolved into a very public now, still pursuit of Paramount Studios. But I emailed this morning stuff to Malka that I have never shared with them. I also sent the draft of the release, and I let them know that we were planting our flag and that they were more than welcome to join us in Mississippi on the 3rd and the 4th, where Jay Ivey, myself, Jamie King, Robert Russler, the core faces of this entire movement that we have started behind what you have in rural Mississippi. We will join you for the end of your celebration. I figure there's no better time to announce this than on the anniversary of Piney Woods, especially since it's 1 year older than Paramount Studios. So I say all that to say I want to hear kind of um, what you want to step forward with and crafting this moving forward. We can offline all this. I just wanted you to know that this is it. We want to build a Jackson 5 museum there as well with the legacy. We're working on securing all the MJ fine art. That is what Reverend Sam Harris is doing on a daily basis. We have fully partnered and have ownership in basically one of the world's premier hologram companies that allows us to do the Jackson 5 experience and create a museum and hologram show as it relates to that legacy just outside Jackson, Mississippi. So everything's fallen into place. It is time for us to memorialize an MOU and the long form agreements. Those will take place with our equity partners and most likely in person.
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, I received as you know, the first run at an MOU from you as well, and have our council wants to just kind of look at the format of that, and so we can get your response, get your response on that. But it looks from a basis standpoint, it looks good, and yeah, I think getting you here is important. As I say to people, there's no substitute for boots on the ground sometimes. So I think this is one of those instances, and you can kind of see what's happening here, and you can see you can have a mental vision about how it all continues to unfold. And so we're looking forward to that. It's going to be an exciting weekend for us. We're honoring a bunch of people on Friday night, and then Kathy Hughes will be honored on Saturday night. And then Sunday, we're having a brunch, and that begins at 10. It'll run about 3 hours or so 10 to 1. And so would be a great time for you to meet folks here on site, see some kids and that kind of thing. And so if there's a chance to get here for that, that would be great. But then also to be able to tour the facility and kind of show you'll get some sense of the history and the legacy that we are continuing to work to uphold in our work every day. I actually said to the students this morning, some people came and started this work 115 years ago, and I don't know how much they knew that all of us would be part of this history. All of us will be part of continuing this legacy. This is the oldest historically Black college prep program in this nation, continuously operating for 115 years, founded at the height of Jim Crow segregation in the Deep South. And so there's significant history here about what's possible in someone's dreams and someone's visions about what they want to achieve and what they want to do. And that history becomes inspirational. That legacy becomes inspirational for the young leaders that we're developing in this space. And so tonight I share it with our learners. There are three things I want them to do. One is to think critically. Secondly is to think and perform creatively, and then thirdly is to do so constructively. And so if they can be critical, creative, and constructive, they're going to be successful. And I think that what we're talking about establishing here is a huge opportunity for them to begin to live that out. And so we're just excited to be welcoming you to the space and prepared to do to do our part in seeing how this continues to unfold. I did see the press release as well, which looked very exciting, and um, um, we will. I know, Dean, you also mentioned wanting to just be able to help think through how we might structure a fund that would support young people to be able to go through this kind of work in perpetuity and what that might look like. And so I think we've got some good things in the works.
I
And
want
you know,
I was gonna add to that, and speaking about this specific structure fund, right, separate from even the ownership and having an actual fund. What we're doing, I was originally planning to have a big picture because I didn't know we were going to get to this point in time. So I was always trying to push stuff forward. So the World Equestrian Center in my hometown, I spoke to them yesterday, and on February 13th and 14th, that will be the launch of our streaming platform. We are going to have, similar to Queen and Freddie Mercury and everything with Live Aid, we're going to have big picture world love, and it's going to be a Coachella-esque event that's going to be a global fundraiser streamed on our platform. That'll be over 2 days with literally the biggest names in the world in music and beyond. It will be in Ocala, Florida. There is an opportunity to do that as a multi simulcast event on other platforms, but we will host the ticketing platform for that through our partner Drew Spanding and his company Price Slide. Um, those tickets will be pre-sold sometime starting before the end of November. I want to set up a fund out of that because the proceeds of this are going to the hurricane victims in Florida, where I am from, in addition to victims of human trafficking, domestic violence, people that have had strokes, and also mental health and wellness support for children and people in the creative arts. There's 6 nonprofits that we have. I'm not going to list them all right now. They will also partake in that. And I'm hoping it will be the first of something that we could even do potentially yearly in Ocala. The World Equestrian Center, for those that don't know, is a heaven on earth as far as land goes in that space. They also have one in Ohio, which is very ironic because I partnered with the Easter family to do all this from Ohio. And I have a long term vision of taking what the World Equestrian has and incorporating basically that side of it on everything we're doing at Big Picture World all around the world where we build these. There's a 10-year overview for this that I have. We're starting slow in Mexico and with you, sir, Will, in Piney Woods. I'm excited to see where it goes beyond that because it's not lost on me that when we pivoted from a previous company after I released Cutthroat City, and then I met Dean and we started really focusing on what Big Picture was going to become. I came up with I need to trademark this, but it's a collective of artists. This is bigger than us. This is family. We are legacy producers. And when you talk about legacy and the legacy of Piney Woods, that's what it's always been about for me. And so just thank you for this opportunity. And we should be able to create a fund out of that event and the launch of this that should last a lifetime, quite frankly.
yeah. So yeah, just call out the message in the chat on the Motown Alumni Association, which does sound like it would be an awesome um, uh, 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 you know, way to partner on what we're doing. So,
Absolutely, sir. I'm
love that.
how you doing? I'm Dion D Pro. I'm an artist and I own an OTT network and radio station. I also work with Billy Wilson, the president of the Motown Alumni Association. So Will, when you were talking about the Jackson 5 and the museum, man, all this stuff is amazing, by the way. But I can actually help with a lot of the support that comes with that. If I'd have known about this event a little bit sooner, I would have been able to just engulf it with everything we have over there. But I can still help.
Still can. Yeah, we still can.
Also,
I'm letting Jay Ivy in.
Yeah, and I'll put down a bunch of notes together in terms of structure. So we'll definitely once we figure out
Awesome.
mine.
Awesome.
yeah,
And then
yeah, no, great.
I'll do a separate email with you, Dean, myself, Joey, and Will to streamline that. Hello, Jay. Sorry, man, I couldn't pick up. We were on this.
Peace. No worries, man. I'm out on the road. Yeah, I probably can't. Yeah, I'm driving right now.
Am I gonna see you tonight or tomorrow?
So I'm heading. I'm up here by Malibu somewhere, headed to the studio. I didn't realize it was this far.
Okay.
So if it's
I'm in
not,
Venice. I'll come see you, man. I'll come through the studio. Send me the info. We'll take that offline. I'll call you after this. Sorry. We were just going through stuff, Jay, and pushing this all forward and getting ready for the debut on Halloween with what we got going on in Mexico and going in person to let the world know what we're going to do in Mississippi with Will. And Dean, are you going to try to come out to Mississippi the 3rd and 4th?
Yeah, I can. Let me know the itinerary.
Awesome.
So I'm coming from.
We're going to lock in all that starting tomorrow onward. I'm going to say I'm recording this too from Malka. That's why it's being recorded. So I'm sending this Zoom to them tonight. I got to go see Robert Russler after this. And then tomorrow, Will, I'm probably going to directly just with you introduce you on an email to Moses, who's the CEO of Malka, and also CJ, who gave me my dreams when he said yes back in August, and you're helping facilitate those. It was always my dream to build a film studio, and I'm just I'm in awe at what's happened over the last 9 months. So thank you.
Yeah. So look, just give me just give me enough heads up. I've got a I've got a board meeting tomorrow. I got double board meeting Friday and Saturday. So two different organizations. But I'll make whatever time I can. But the more heads up I have, the better. Yeah.
No worries. And I have your amazing assistant's email now too. So I can communicate with her and CC you. And I'll get you some leeway on that too tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. I think we're good unless anybody wants to jump in and add anything. Joey, you, Dean, and I, let's talk. Oh, wait, real quick. I'm sorry. Sean Lee. Wait, hang on. I usually always am in the flow, but Sean, if you don't mind jumping on and meeting Will, when I've talked to you in the past, Will, about our opportunities for decentralized internet, clean energy, and clean water, the brain behind those entities is on the phone, is on this Zoom. Sean, this is Will Crossley. Will Crossley, Sean.
Will, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Say again what you
So, Sean, give the lay of the land. Sorry, Will.
So I run a last mile telecommunications company called ARA Networks. Last mile means wherever the fiber ended, that's our territory. So about 50% of the world, we try to connect the 50% of the world. We've been at it since it was at 14 years ago at the University of Cambridge. A question arose: why is the half of the world unconnected? And it took 10 years for them to solve the core hardware problem. It was 47 PhDs, took 10 years, and they solved it. Largest known network that's still operating for 8 years has a single network, 42,000 nodes in Barcelona, Spain. That's using the same core technology that we were using, and we built in all the software layer because hardware isn't going to just solve the problem, because it still needs to be managed by a big company like Verizon, T-Mobile. So we decided to build that in. So we took 4 years to build that in, took 14 years, and we finally have a single router with all the software built in that is as close to plug in and play for the third world market.
Yes.
But we've also had our indoor router that people have been, asking us for, and we finally are ready to launch that into the market in the next 8 months. And what that does is, because of the hardware software that we built in, translates into the indoor. Now we can finally allow landlords of apartment buildings, hospitals, multi-family unit homes to become their own telco.
Wow.
So instead of just making money on rent, now they can make money by bringing in wholesale internet fiber. Now you can manage your own network within your apartment complexes or real estate complexes. And you could translate that into different use cases. And now, because you have your own network with your tenants, now you can get local restaurants, stores, retail stores to start advertising to the people that live in your apartment complexes, who are natural customers of those services anyways. So now it allows the landlord to become an advertising agency of sorts. And then, Will, here's something for you. We have streaming platform that we partner with. So now we can provide content delivery network as part of technology. So
that's super exciting. I need to put you on a one-on-one with Bossum Sa, who is my partner in the streaming platform that we've built, because I think and also D Pro, you and D Pro need to talk, and Bassam. I've been waiting to get to this point, Sean, because you're like me. I know you're doing 90 million things at once. And also, everybody needs to know Sean is a filmmaker in his own regard. You want to share a little bit of that, so Will knows also more of what you're bringing to the table. And then if you could talk about Rainmaker, everything you're doing in clean energy and clean water too.
Well, so filmmaker, I've not really a filmmaker. I'm dabbling into it. Hopefully the third time is a charm. My first one, I invested in a film studio, digital distribution studio back in 2012, that Oracle loved it so much that they invested $10 million into our technology. And what it
wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Oracle invested it. Wow. I didn't mean to interrupt. That's full circle.
Bunch of Sony execs, former Sony execs, who did all the DVD marketing for Spider-Man 2, were the executives. And we came up with an idea that, why don't we, instead of just putting billboards and advertising on buses for your P&A, why don't we scrub the internet, which was a very novel concept back in 2010, 2011. We wanted to scrub the internet, get what people are talking about certain films, and target the marketing directly to those people and capture their data, rather than Spider-Man 1, for example. They spent $150 million to make it, $70 million to market it, and they had success. Spider-Man 2, they're spending $250 million. Now they're spending $150 million in P&A, had an increased sales of 10%, but they spent like 200% of their marketing budget, and next day, success is all the email. So the P&A distribution channels with P&A budgets we thought was broken, and we wanted to do it better, but we were about 5 years too early. Oracle spent the money, invested in us. We went to all the studios, Warner, Paramount, Disney, Buena Vista, Sony. Everybody loved it, but it took time for them to adapt to it. Had we been about 5 years later, it would have been a massive success. And then I partnered up during that time with Ted Fields and Radar Pictures to produce a film about what's happening in the prison system, gulags in North Korea. And Stephen Yun read a book that Michael Napoliello sent me. We gave him a copy to Stephen Yun. He said, I'm going to be the lead in this. And they were going to put together a film together called Aquariums of Pyongyang. It's been announced in Hollywood Reporter and whatnot. At the same time, a little satire film, while we were in the process of developing and making this, small satire by Seth Rogen and James Franco was also about to release, and it had to do with two guys, journalists, going to North Korea to assassinate Kim Jong-un. Well, they caught wind of it, North Korea, and that Sony email hack and leak.
Yep.
That wasn't because of anything else. That was because we were going to make a film based on a true story about a guy who escaped the gulags in North Korea. During the Bush's Congress, he testified what's really going on in the prison system and the human rights violation that North Korea was doing. So we were excited to make the film, but man, Radar Pictures, which is no small studio, by the way, because they did, that Last Samurai, XXX with Vin Diesel, Cocktail they got scared and shelved it because of James Franco and Seth Rogen.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's funny. My connection to that movie, the cinematographer of that film, Brandon Trost, shot the first movie I ever did on film when I was 20 years old. So and he ended up directing American Pickle that starts Seth. It's weird circles, Sean.
Cool.
Could you we'll talk. I'll call you tomorrow. We'll talk about film stuff one-on-one because I gotta get your IP in. Can you talk about Make NRG? Because that is a game changer.
Yes. So Make NRG right now, we're doing a project. We were at the UN General Assembly doing a project with the Gambia, country of the Gambia. We got a green light to produce energy using solar farms in the Gambia and putting a data center because right now they lack power. 60% of their power is being brought in by Senegal. They have a good relationship with them, but you tick somebody off and they don't have power all of a sudden. So they want to be energy secure. And so we're putting together a project right now to put solar energy there, and as well as a data center. So we work in the energy space. We work in the clean water space. Not only desalination, but any brackish water. We have technologies by multiple partners that can do stuff like that. So Make Energy is more of a bringing together of different partners and technologies, but we put the fund together and we actually contract people to build it out. So
my favorite thing is it Rainmaker that can make 15,000 liters of clean drinking water per day?
Yeah, yeah. It's a European technology by a partner of mine.
It's incredible. I just in a place like Mississippi, that was the thing that was exciting when we first met. I was like, that technology, what you do with that, you drop those on the grids of studios, it makes everything sustainable. And Piney Woods is already self-sustainable. Thank you, Sean. And let's see, Joshua Are you on, sir? I think.
I'm here. How are you going?
Amazing. I was wondering if you could just talk a little bit, because what we're going to do with the kids at Piney Woods, on the dock side of stuff, once this all gets into a place of being built and constructed. If you, I know Will is off camera at the moment, but that's okay. If you could talk, Joshua, about the work that your family's done for a very long time in the documentary film space, since you are our head of alternative television, moving forward.
Sure, absolutely. Well, pleasure to be here, guys. I first of all want to apologize if you if you hear my kids running around in the background. They've just come back from a fun day at school. So documentary films. My dad started a documentary film company in the late 70s, and I grew up as being basically the kid that was running around underneath the tripods for all his interviews. I traveled around 30 different countries before I was the age of 15, and ended up going to college at age 11, building out our websites, getting really involved with the nonlinear editing systems when they migrated from film to basically digital video. And that has, that started basically my career in film production, especially when it comes to documentary films and, reality shows. I worked a lot with let's say the political spectrum. The majority of the things I've been involved in, especially recently, has to do with freedom of speech, First Amendment type issues. I work a lot with libertarian movement, and have a collection of over around 300 pieces of IP of fully produced documentaries that have spanned several decades. Inherited both my parents were documentary filmmakers as well as published authors, and I have a lot of experience in producing and marketing and distributing this type of genre. Will, I had the just unbelievable opportunity to meet him and become friends with him. We've hit it off really well. There's a whole synchronicity there with our belief system and our passion to see good in the world, and our passion to see people who are storytellers and who also have a positive message for all of humanity, whether it comes to freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. But basically, if it comes to doing good for the world, this is where I'm most interested in, and that's what really resonated with me, with Will and me, is that I saw the same passion with him. So I'm very, very appreciative, blessed to just be a part of this. And Will, is there anything else that you want me to mention?
No, that's amazing. I just, Mr. Crossley. I go between calling you Will and Mr. Crossley. So I was raised. God, in the story, God has brought forward literally
It's just
the.
confusing because every time you say Will, we think you're talking to yourself. But
That's why I say Mr. Crossley. You know what? So God has brought forward all of the greatest minds of this generation, past, present, and future, to literally create something that I believe is not only going to be forever, but will actually start impacting and changing the world. And it's not lost. This is all happening at the timing of the next election, this election. And I just couldn't be more grateful to be the person chosen to, by our higher powers, to go walk all over the world and try to find everybody that was like me as a leader, to bring all of those people into one ecosystem. And we have achieved that. So everybody, this is that there is no, I literally don't want to use the word I ever again. It's never been about me. Before I became spiritually awakened and did the work on my life I needed to, it was for many years. And I've come to understand, man, I've been a vessel for path and purpose just as much as everybody else is on this call. So thank you, guys and gals.
Hey, Will, you mind if I speak real quick?
Please, yeah, anybody, take the floor.
So everyone that I've just heard speak, it's incredible. It's an honor to meet every last one of you. Connect to your city, D-Pro Television has Connected Your City's been around since 2005. We are one of the largest minority and female-owned network group in the world. We have over 170 networks that are working together with niche channels that hit specific purposes and different drives. There's a private network with over 80 million viewers right now. We use our platform for politics. Carrie Lake has a channel with us. RFK Jr. has a channel with us. We use it for entertainment. Bone Thugs and Harmony has a channel with us. We have a Nilo television channel, which is for athletes and everything. One reason why I want to speak about this is because everything that I've heard so far, including what you just said, Will, is exactly what we talk about at Connect Your City. It's called the fullness of time. It's when everybody, just like the creator has called everybody for a higher calling. Everybody is doing their job and it's just coming together right at the perfect time. It's just amazing. So thanks for allowing us to be a part of this group.
Oh man, I didn't allow anybody to be a part of anything. It's got nothing to do with me, honestly. Anybody else want to share some? Mr. Kessler, I know you work with Rasta. You want to get to know your new family here? We want to know who you are, sir.
Certainly. Jacob Kessler. I'm based out of Toronto, Canada, along with we're currently based where Phil is, and have worked with Phil for over a decade and different projects. And my background has been also in faith-based in terms of all of my business ventures and things also, which really resonates of a lot of the people around the Zoom room are sharing and talking about. So it resonates a lot with me. And I built up a bunch of different business with my father, Sid Kessler, who was inducted into the Marketing Hall of Legends, and have developed ad agencies and marketing companies, and have produced hundreds of advertising campaigns over a 20-year career. And one of the things I'm most proud about is a project we did almost a decade ago called Because I'm a Girl, which was for Plan International, an NGO. And we launched Because I'm a Girl as a world movement around supporting the power of girls in developing countries around the world, that through the efforts we did helped make it a movement around the world, and got October 12th noted by the UN as the International Day of the Girl.
Oh, thank you. That was amazing. And I want to offline with you and Rasta and Melanie about, we've got a marketing call that I'm going to get on in about 10 minutes, but so we'll talk. I wanted to give a chance real quick, Andrew, since I know you and Markel's schedules have never fully aligned, to get you and Will talking. But Andrew, if you can let Will know what's cooking and also the work that you guys do with Francis and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Again, like really appreciate everyone, hopping on, and it's really meaningful to be a part of this. I think we got our start as a company last year, really building out, I think, what Francis was looking to build, not just for himself, but really, engaging a lot of his community on the ground in Cameroon. And, since then, as we've expanded into NIL athletics and the entertainment space, we've been pretty particular about working with, production companies that really want to engage their communities and really build out foundations for them. We've worked with a few production companies, one being Unleashing Giants, that has its own in-school program that teaches, filmmaking, documentary making, and things like that, with a board that includes Benioff and Weiss, Malcolm Spellman, and Jason Blum. Work with a few companies that focus primarily in the Latin community, and then also a director and his production company that are based in Nigeria. Really looking to create pathways and opportunities in industries that have traditionally been pretty walled off to a lot of people that are looking to get in. And so it's really been at the core of our representation strategy in terms of creating access, education opportunities, and building out community within that.
Thank you, sir. That was amazing. And he's talking about Francis Ngannou. For those that I haven't shared that with, who's literally one of the biggest athletes in the world, literally and physically. Um, Danny Hamilton, we got 8 minutes till I've got to get on a marketing call. Could you share briefly with the family here the work you and I have been doing together as it relates to YDB and your background in the spaces you're in, sir?
Hey, excuse me, I'm just chewing away, man. How everybody doing? I'm of course Danny Hamilton. I'm the manager and business partner with YDB from Wu-Tang, if everybody don't know who that is. And now we're working on some great stuff with Will right now. We got some IP that we're working on, original IP that me and YDB and a few other good fellas, including Adam Stone and E Enigma has worked on called Water. It's gonna be a really good concept. I think we're gonna end up turning it into a series. And then YDB is also working on something with Will and himself and the team and myself called Goat Style as well. So we got some new IPs and of course a legacy IP that YDB wants to tell on his late great father in a different way. So that's kind of what we're working on right now.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. That's a really exciting one. The Goat Style project. We're incorporating, like Danny said, the legacy of ODB, Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang, and connecting that to his son, who is in a grand way, stepped in his father's shoes in his own way. And again, it's the legacy we talk about, Will. It's just been incredible. There's so many legacy pieces in this. I want to share, and I should have invited him to this Zoom. Jermaine O'Neal, who is one of the greatest NBA centers of all time, is going to be on the sports side from the past as far as the leadership goes moving forward at Piney Woods with what the work that we're going to do together. I've literally gone out. We haven't talked much about the sports side, so I just want to throw this in, Will, Mr. Crossley, so people don't get confused. We've got Jermaine O'Neal, Devontae Freeman, Fred Taylor, Emmett Smith. One of my producing partners is the business partner of Aaron Rodgers. We literally have every single sport covered from men and women from the past. Literally, blanking on, sorry, but Ann Myers, who was the pioneer of Title IX, the reason why women can play sports in college as part of this leadership group. Her daughter, Drew Drysdale, the literal daughter of Don Drysdale. We want to talk about the Dodgers about to win a World Series, hopefully here, as I'm an LA fan. But what we've put forward, Will, it's extraordinary. And so I'm going to start segmenting out these different verticals from sports to film to the rest, and just as time goes by the rest of this year, start getting you on calls with these amazing human beings that are fully behind everything that is Piney Woods now into the future. So I don't have much really left to say. I could talk all night about this, but I'm excited now to actually do the physical work, because it's been a lot of talking, a lot of building, and it is now here. So moving forward, I'm going to see you next time in person.
Sweet.
Hey, Dean, you want to wrap it up? Take us out, Mr. Hadley, since you haven't really I introduced you, but let's full circle and have you close it out.
Yeah. No, a pleasure to hear everyone's background. Love to see just the Lord bringing everything together. Love the timing. Just really excited, definitely move forward, man, and make some of this materialize. Is there anything else we want to go over before closing out, Will?
No, I think that's it. I've got to do this marketing Zoom call that Joey, I just sent you the invite for.
But by the way, since we mentioned Wu-Tang, I think the only thing we could say is let's bring the ruckus.
Hey, man. And Riz is obviously involved as well. Yeah, bring the ruckus. I want to share. Let me close it out with this. So last November, this time last year, I sat at the Lincoln Center while the Wu-Tang Clan lit up the Empire State Building, literally black and yellow, some say gold. And I listened to RZA after receiving a proclamation from Congress and YDB accepting something on behalf of his father. I heard a woman interview RZA on a stage and literally say these exact words to the audience. Could you imagine if an artist like RZA were able to educate the children early on in their careers on a school level, what that could do for the world moving forward? And what she didn't realize in that moment, because Sydney and I looked at each other and we just smiled, that it wasn't only going to be RZA educating a specific group of children moving forward, but really the entire world once we started. And no matter what I do for the rest of my life, this is the single greatest thing. So thank you. I don't cry much anymore.
Oh, Will. Thank you, Will.
Thanks for the opportunity. And I think that about does it. So I'll see you guys soon.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Take care,
much-
everyone. Thank you,
much
guys.
Thanks, everybody.
love.
Appreciate y'all time.
Bill,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Will, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, everyone.
Always, man. Thank you, guys.
Peace.
God bless. Let's make Farillo music. Hey, Farillo, I haven't looked you up yet, man, or woman, but I see you, Farillo. Let's book you on our music festival. I want to put your music in my first movie I'm about to direct. That's how you discover artists, David Ellison. You don't buy them. Miley, can we book you on the music festival also? Miss Cyrus, will you help me give back to kids, please? Since no one else is showing up, Miley, I know you're a rebel. Will you meet this rebel and help me change the world? I got a school in Mississippi that could use your help. Bella Thorne was supposed to show up, but she had her own agendas. I still hope she shows up though, because I really did do exactly what I said I was gonna do. And Thor Bradwell, you owe me an apology. Tori Gamble and Joey Stanton were witnesses to that. Apology is owed, Thor. You as well, Mark, Bella's fiance, or is it husband? I don't know. Anyways, all of you owe me an apology. Poor Joey Stanton. All he ever tries to do is connect and help people, and then all of his clients go nuts at points. Not this one. This one's forever going to stand in truth and testimony of what I experienced with people.
So seriously, what they did to get him into that office, forget the Russians. I mean, we lost, as a country, we lost respect, decency, civilized behavior, integrity, class, accountability, responsibility. He's got none of that. He's got none of that. And you look for people to be leaders. This is not always the free president of the free world and all that, but my God, this is the opposite of what any country would need, just as far as human beings, you know. So I just get them out of here, back the truck, throw them in the back of the truck, and take them away somewhere.
Right. Is the thing about